Hello, and thank you for joining me. Today I want to talk about the 4 qualities of a good wife. You know, being a woman does not translate to being a wife, let alone a good one for that matter. Being a good wife is a deliberate action on the part of the wife to say, I want to be good. I want to play the role of a good wife. And, the qualities are found in the word wife itself. The W standing for wise, the I standing for industrious, the F standing for faithful, and the E standing for entertaining. These qualities are similar or sum up what is described as the virtuous woman in Proverbs 31. The virtuous woman is every woman that every man would want. So the first quality is wise. Now, wisdom is the ability to apply the knowledge and information you have effectively and appropriately at all times. It doesn't pay to have a lot of information, a lot of knowledge, but fail to apply it effectively and appropriately. A wise woman has to know how to relate to her husband and her kids. A wise woman has to know that she is there for her husband to satisfy his needs. A wise woman knows the tone to use when she's talking to her husband and when she's talking to her kids. A wise woman will always know what to cook, when to cook, if she has to cook. A wise woman would not unnecessarily argue with the husband to the limits. She knows when to be silent and when to talk. She doesn't talk recklessly. That's what a wise woman or a wise wife does. The second quality is industrious. A good wife is one who is hardworking. The virtuous woman who is referred to in the Bible. She's everything. She's a manager. She's a caregiver. She is a realtor. She's a manufacturer. She's everything. I'm not calling upon wives to be perfect, but at least try to do most of those things. Be hardworking. Chip in your own way to help your husband, to help the family grow and develop. Not to sit and wait for the husband for everything. Yes, the husband is the primary provider, but that does not mean then you have to be lazy, sitting in front of televisions all day, watching series and soapies. No, you have to work. You have to do your own part. That's what a wise and good wife does. A good wife is one who is faithful. Faithful to herself first, faithful to the vows that she made, faithful to her husband, does not cheat. The dignity of any home is with the wife. In our culture, we say, mushamkas. If the wife is not dignified, is not faithful enough not to cheat the husband, then that household will be doomed. That household would lack decency and the stability that it requires. Mushamkads for real. A good wife would ensure that her household is stable, her household is dignified. Faithfulness brings honor to the husband, just like the virtuous woman. The last but not least quality is entertaining. You got to know how to entertain your husband. You got to know how to entertain your kids. You got to know how to entertain visitors. You got to know how to entertain relatives. It might sound too much, but that's the role of a good wife. That's the quality of a good wife. You know the role you play. Not one who chokes the environment to the extent that it becomes difficult to breathe for the husband. It becomes difficult to breathe for the kids. It becomes difficult to breathe for the visitors who would have come. You have to be welcoming. You have to be free to talk to your visitors, to talk to your kids, to talk to your husband. You are everything in that household. It might be too much, but that's the qualities you were given by God. If the wife is not entertaining, no matter how the husband tries to crack jokes, to do anything, it counts to naught. It's useless. Except if the wife opens up, except if the wife creates an environment of happiness in a home. That home, that household, that marriage will know no happiness. So to women out there, be good wives. Be wise, be industrious, be faithful, and be entertaining. Just know we appreciate you, and we will appreciate you more if you have these qualities.